Welcome back from the break. You're still watching Morning Rush here on Metro Television with me, Desi the Starboy, and Nanaya Tanowache. This is what it's going to get really interesting. We're going to be having a conversation with our guest, and I'm going to take my time and, introduce him to you. So he's a spiritual master and a renowned astrologer, and he goes by the name SUKADEVA GOSVAMI Dasa. I hope I got it right. And we're talking about, spirituality, when it comes to life, things that happen around us, and how we can connect, with it and all that this morning. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Yes, good to have you here.
Good to have you too, and thank you very much for inviting me.
Fantastic.
I'm very joyful.
What brings you around it? Yeah.
Well, I'm a teacher, so I travel around teaching.
Okay.
And we are here right now in Ghana. We are having a seminar, a teaching that we're doing for the people in our engineering, basically on meditation to be able to understand themselves on the 17th of April.
Okay.
And at OSU, the Hindu Cultural Center.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, so drawing the line between spirituality and our lives. A lot of us believe in we have our own beliefs, right? But for you, what is the basic understanding of what life is and connecting that with a spirituality?
Basically, the basic understanding of what life is just two things: truthfulness and sincerity. The reason why we are very much frustrated in everything that we do is because we are not truthful enough and we are not sincere enough. When you're truthful and you're sincere, everything in life is beautiful, is it not?
Yeah.
But when there is no truthfulness, there's no sincerity, then we struggle, oh, my money, oh, my wife, oh, my child. But when there's truthfulness, there is no problem.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wanted you to kind of explain before seating.
Yeah.
I mean, we always kind of say you're seated on one of your legs. Can you explain why that particular act?
Well, basically, as a spiritual teacher, there are different postures of seating that is very, very conducive for inner connection.
Okay.
So basically, I'm sitting. This is a posture, is a yoga posture to be able to help me compose myself, so I don't get carried away.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I get it. Wow, that's very good. But then, how do we incorporate spirituality in our daily life? Like you said, it's all about two things. But then we are humans. Sometimes we tend to forget. But then our day in, day out, even from birth, when should we realize that we have to be part, or whatever we do is in cooperation with our spirituality?
See, it is important that we understand that since time immemorial, as humans, we are naturally very, very anxious. For everything, we are anxious. Oh, I'm waiting for this person. It's not coming on time. Oh, so anxiety is part of our life.
But is it a bad thing?
It is not a bad thing, but the reason why we become too extremely anxious is because what? We are too much in the past and too much focusing on the future.
Okay.
In the past, I've made, this person have happened, this have happened to me. So we carry too much of the memories of the experiences of our past, too much in our head, and too much of the expectation of what we want the future to be. Too much of that in the head. So based on this, we are always anxious. So it's very difficult to be in the now, in this minute. You see, right now, right this second, do you have a problem?
Right now?
Yeah.
No.
No. Why?
I'm just working.
Because your mind is here.
Yeah.
But the moment you allow your mind to go, 2 o'clock I have to be somewhere, 3 o'clock I have to be somewhere. At that point, your mind starts creating problems for that 2 o'clock of where you have to be.
So spirituality starts from the mind?
Yeah.
Oh.
Simply be here now. That is all.
Enjoy the moment.
That is all. That is what spirituality is. Not just only enjoying the moment, but if you are present, be present.
Okay. So then let's go by how can you make sure that whilst you meditate, whilst you pray, it coincides with spirituality so that everything falls into place. Do they work hand in hand? Let me even ask that. Meditation, prayer, spirituality. Can they work hand in hand?
What is prayer?
Oh, I mean, you are hoping to get something.
No, prayer is an invocation, a hopeful wish.
That's what you are hoping. Good, you are hoping for something.
Which is correct. But now you must understand that prayers is filled with too much of the future.
Really?
Yeah. God, I want you to do this for me. What is that? That is the future.
Yeah.
Oh, God, destroy this person. That is what? That is the past.
Before we want to be destroyed.
You know? So that is the past. But when you pray, the most simplest prayer is, God, help me to be present wherever I am.
Okay.
Because whatever it is you're looking for in the future is simply nothing but another now that has not yet manifested itself to you. Isn't it?
Yeah.
What is the past? The past is also another now that is not yet manifested. So when you pray to always be in the now, in the center, you are the most happiest person, the most joyful person, the most... The bliss is a different thing.
Yeah.
As you travel across the world and interact with people who share your belief as a as a leader, what are some of the things you share with them, or the things you actually learn around the world that when you meet people you're able to share with them as part of a group of people who believe in what you teach them?
The problem with people is that people don't know how to breathe. You understand? You're breathing, right? But you don't know how to breathe. Your breathing is filled with anxiety. It is filled with expectation. It is filled with desire. But when you really learn how to breathe, what I go around teaching to everyone that I've ever met is just learn to breathe properly. That's all. Because everything about your life is all connected to your what? To your breath. The essence of your life is what? Your breath. Let me ask you one simple question. I'm speaking to you right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
You hear the sound of my voice right now, isn't it? But now the question is, where do you hear me from?
My ear.
Are you sure?
That's what I'm using to hear. I'm using my ear to hear the sound of your voice.
I'm just thinking, saying.
Where do you hear me from?
The way you responded to her, so I have to change my answer.
Right? Okay, let me say,
let me
I touch you now. Where do you feel me from?
From my hand.
Right? Are you sure?
Yeah.
No.
Are you trying to go science on us?
No, it's not science. It's simply knowledge.
Okay.
Which is, you hear me right now.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
But I'm telling you that you don't really hear me because where you are really hearing me is not outside of you. It is inside of you. My voice that is playing, is it playing outside? It's playing inside of you. Isn't it?
Yeah.
When I touch you, you feel the feeling.
Yeah.
Where? Outside or inside?
Inward.
You're hearing the sound of my voice.
Yes.
Is it outside or inside?
Inside.
It is inside.
Okay.
So that makes it more intrinsic based. Anyway,
very. It's making sense.
Very interesting there from our guest this morning. But of course, as you mentioned, there's an event coming up. Let's touch on that quickly, and then we wrap it up. So this event, who is invited to
Everyone
come?
is invited. It's free for everybody.
What are we going to learn?
How to learn to breathe properly, to be able to open and unlock your past. You see, people don't understand the essence of their past life. That is why they suffer.
We should open our past.
But of course.
Some people don't want to. What is in their past? In their past.
When we're talking about the past, we're not talking about what you were when you were 2 years old or 3 years old.
Okay.
That's not the past. The past we're talking because everything is a metamorphosis, meaning that everything is metamorphizing into one thing. Like this conversation now is leading to something that is going to lead to something that is going to lead to something that is going to lead to something. That's all.
Yeah.
But when you understand, meaning that none of us is without an origin and none of us is without a base.
Okay.
Yeah.
So understanding the past is to understand your previous past life before you became you and before I became SUKADEVA.
Okay.
Because everything about what is happening in your life right now is as a result of a life that you've lived, either fulfilled or unfulfilled in previous life.
Okay.
So the meditation that we're doing on the 25th of April at the Hindu Cultural Center in Osu is to be able to help people.
Yesterday was 25th.
No, 27th, sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, forgive me. On the 27th of April at Osu, the Hindu Cultural Center, is to be able to help people tap into their past awareness and make sense of the reality of what is happening to them. A person that gets robbed all the time, you feel like, why am I getting robbed all the time? A person that gets heartbroken all the time, like, why am I getting heartbroken all the time? Is it that people don't love me enough? But everything lays in the past. There's something you've done in the past That is why there's a reaction of that now. So when you understand the past, it becomes easy to make sense of the future, of the now. Do you understand?
Okay.
Okay, so it's tomorrow, Saturday 27th, at the Hindu Cultural Center at Osu. What's the time?
Starting from 4 p.m.
4 p.m. right into. So please, you could just pass through or just go there. And I have a message that says that, what country is he from?
What country am I from? Well, my body is from Mauritius. It's from Nigeria, but I live in Mauritius.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you have it. That's the answer for you. So Suka, thank you very much for coming through this one for the quick conversation. So tomorrow, Hindu Cultural Center at Osu. Make sure you're passing through at 4 p.m. to learn more from Suka.